morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, where the hell you're listening to this. You're listening to Fat Athletic Nerds Talking Sports, the sports pod with dad bods. That's right, everyone. We're not dead. Well, Brick is dead, but we'll get into that later. But this is your host, JackKnife, alongside the Zack Daniels and the Brick Walters.
What up?
We're back.
We are back.
Yeah, we've had a little bit of a hiatus. You know, we've had a lot of shit going on in our lives. You know, these two got married. Well, not to each other, but.
Hey, you don't know that. I wish, but yeah, we didn't.
I wish.
Yeah.
Yang, you got the Yang. I got some Cape May Brewery. Shout out Cape May Brewery. Getting some drinks on. Jack's. I don't know if you're still having problems. I mean, we've been trying to start this podcast for the past like 25 minutes or so.
I mean, you guys haven't frozen yet, so that's a good thing. So
Good start.
We haven't frozen.
Well, hey, it's on my end. You guys freeze. On your end, I freeze. So.
Well, look, I'll ask this, Jack, because we got married. You're next up, right?
That's right. We got our wedding date set. You know, April 22nd, 2023, in South Carolina.
There you go. Good.
Attaboy.
Good shit, buddy. Good
Yep.
shit. Congratulations to you, man. And let's see how much we can grow this podcast in that time. I know we took a little hiatus. We're gonna try and keep it at least a little bit more consistent, but it's kind of tough when like two engagements, like two weddings are going on, and Tommy's just watching NASCAR nonstop.
Hey, man, if not for Splash and Go, then FUNTS would be completely dead in the water. He's been solo in this whole thing for a while, so shout out to Tommy, our number one NASCAR man.
I mean, he hasn't done an episode since the one NASCAR episode, Steve.
No, hasn't he done two? I thought he did two.
He did one, but he's joined us for a few. Anyway, speaking of things that haven't panned out yet, Brick, you want to tell everyone what happened with what was going to be our hockey team?
Yeah, so I was going to be the goalie for our roller hockey team. I made it to, I think, 2 games.
One game. You made the one game.
I didn't make it to 2 games? Oh, shit.
Yeah, and you had a great fight on video too.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, we got one game. We got the first game under the belt, and then some shit got in the way, and I was busy with baseball and the move. I'm in a new house too, by the way. Not just married, but I moved. Just a lot of things happened. There was one game where I totally missed the schedule, and I was like 4 hours late to a game. So yeah, I wasn't invited back the following week. But part of it was I was on the COVID protocol, which
you're dead.
Got over it. I died of COVID because I'm unvaccinated and I had COVID, so that means I died. But here I stand, the ghost of Brickmas past.
Yeah, hey, the COVID protocol is very inclusive, man. The COVID protocol is very inclusive. We've all been on it. Been on it. We're all.
I haven't been on it yet. Knock on wood. I mean, I've been exposed numerous times. I haven't gotten it, as far as I know.
There you go.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, put me down for a couple days. Kind of sucked. Yeah. Sat around, drank, had a lot of soup, but back on the mend.
Can you taste shit again, or
did what?
Can you taste shit again, or not?
Oh yeah, thank God. That was actually the worst part of it. The reason I even went to get a test in the first place was I'm eating spicy chicken wings one day. Don't taste a thing. All right, that's a little weird. My mouth should be on fire, and I don't really feel anything. But yeah, it came back after like 2 or 3 weeks. No biggie.
Sure. All right, not the end of the world.
So the only thing that's bad is I don't eat ass, but if I were to eat ass, that was my window, and I missed it. So if Omicron rolls around, maybe that'll be my second try.
Dude, you would have powered through it. You wouldn't have even known.
I mean, I don't know if you're able to get it again. I mean, I listened to Joe Rogan's podcast with Dr. Peter McCullough. It was pretty interesting.
That was a good one.
Oh, that means you're anti-COVID. You think it's a hoax. It's not real. I'm not even going to get into this.
Hey, I got the Fauci ouchie.
Yeah. Well, just as a full disclaimer, we were talking off the air. We're going to try to avoid COVID as much on the pod because we don't want to get into those waters. But
we're going to have to talk about it.
We're going to have to talk about it when we talk NHL and probably NBA. But in terms of like whether you believe it, whether you don't, we don't want to touch on it. We all have our own personal beliefs. I just have to say, thank God for Aaron Rodgers, because the sit down that he did with Pat McAfee, 10 out of 10. Everything that I've thought he said, and it was just preaching to the choir, man.
Look, it's at this point, it seems like everyone's going to have their own opinion on it, and the government's going to do what they do, and we have to try and do what we have to do to live our lives. Hey, listen, everybody out there, stay safe. Do what you got to do.
Absolutely.
Keep yourself healthy, whatever it takes. Just this is a part of life now, I guess. And we want to talk about sports. We're fat, unathletic nerds wanting to talk sports. And like, honestly, now at this point, it seems like after especially what's happened in the past week, I feel like Jack, you picked the best time to want to do like an episode because like literally the shit is hitting the fan recently in like every sport.
Like, we're shutting down the NHL. We're probably shutting down the NBA. We're rescheduling the NFL.
I don't think
let's restart the sports podcast.
I don't.
Dude, the MLB is locked down. Like that has nothing to do with COVID. That has nothing to do with COVID. Like there's so much shit.
We warned you guys at the beginning of the show. Okay, you guys are back. Anyway, I don't know if you guys heard what Adam Silver said. He said something along the lines of, it doesn't make sense to. So maybe the NBA isn't shutting down. So
they're probably not, man. No, all these leagues lost money when that shit happened.
Yeah,
they're gonna do their damnedest to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah. And I hope they do, because quite frankly, I'm ready to live with this. I'm worried for I'll be careful like when I'm around my grandparents, because their immune systems suck. They're old. But yeah, I'm ready to like live with this disease, for lack of a better term. But anyway, guys, let's get into it. Let's talk some football. You guys want to talk about the Eagles, or you want to talk about how bad the Jets are?
Let's go Birds, right?
Let's go Birds real quick. Because
7-7.
Honestly,
let's go Birds. Back to 500.
7-7.
Let's go Birds.
Hold on. I've been like locked in. I've been locked in super hard. This is like, I actually heard Colin Cowherd give a take today. And it's one of the few takes that I actually kind of like agree with from Colin Cowherd, because usually he's calling Cowherd. And this was actually, he said, like, we're the ugliest playoff team. And he's right. Everything about this team, like, reeks of mediocrity or averageness. But for some reason, we look really good. Dude, we have the best offensive line in the league. I don't give a shit what anyone says. When you're averaging, like, 150 plus yards a game rushing whenever you want, it doesn't matter who is like at quarterback, which we'll get to. Like they're just dominating. And Jalen Hurts it's so weird because he's such a roller coaster ride this whole year. He was like good, then he was bad, then like he had a stretch of good games, and then the Giants game happened. Then they go to the they stay in MetLife for 2 straight weeks. They lose to the Giants, they play the Jets. But Gardner Minshew plays. And of course, because Gardner Minshew is such a fucking, like, he's so fun.
The dude oozes swagger. I love it. But like, I think I've seen what you think, Steve. Like, I don't know. He's fine. He's a good backup. Are we going to get into the whole Gardner Minshew versus Jalen Hurts debate?
Let's not forget that one game. Let's not forget that one game. The Jets had a kicker who literally couldn't do the one thing he was paid to do.
Well, you guys will have to get to you separately because you're a totally different fucking mess. That's actually not as I'm gonna bring some positivity to you, Jack, because I know you like to really shit on him. But the Minshew game, me and Steve. We're actually at. We were actually at that game. I'm really sad we did not get.
Steve almost died at that.
I know. Yes, I really would have tried to save you. But
you almost died at that game. You almost died a second time.
That's the thing. Minshew had a good game. It was also against the Jets.
On my end.
You're crapping out?
Well, I don't know. Here's the thing. Jalen Hurts, for the good and the bad, he's still a young quarterback. He's an incredible runner in the pocket. He's fantastic, but he is possibly one of the worst, if not the worst passer in the league. They put up a stat last night for the Eagles offense coming out. Number 1 in the league that's rushing. That's fantastic. You are the top rushing team in the league. And then they put up passing 30th. So they're literally first in running, last in passing. It's insane to me. So Jalen Hurts had a fantastic game throwing the ball against the Redskins. The football team. Sorry.
that's-
The football team.
But
Did you guys notice that like my Zoom closed out?
yeah, I saw you dropped them and came back. So
Right,
I mean,
good thing you're recording too. So
all I gotta say is you gotta take the good with the bad. 7-7. They've won 4 of the last 5. The only loss being that shitty Giants game. If Jalen Hurts can keep progressing as a passer, there's a future for him as the starting quarterback in the Eagles. But at the same time, why are people writing off Gardner Minshew as just a backup at the very best? If you look at his stats, his first year in Jacksonville, really good, all things considered. Even the game that he was in 2 weeks ago, pretty friggin' good, especially when he's only taken half of the starting reps in practice. I don't want to say quarterback controversy, but Jalen Hurts has to be on thin ice when it comes to Pat. Like if he comes out, throws 3 picks in the first half of a game, he's got to be done. But
yeah,
that
Jack,
being said, he did have a good game on Tuesday night, so he's the starting quarterback in my eyes.
Jack, do you have anything to say on it? Because I could keep going, obviously, but like, did you watch the game last night by any chance? Did you get to see it?
I did not watch.
Yeah,
I did not watch the game last night. I was doing some. Frick, what was I doing last night? I don't even remember.
don't you have like 3 jobs now? So like, you
You're a
can't even keep
firefighter
up.
now. We didn't
I'm
get
a
chance to talk
volunteer
about that.
firefighter. I'm a volunteer firefighter.
Well, look, us degenerates were watching our Eagles, and I gotta say, Brick, I totally agree with you that like Minshew. Do you know what I see Minshew as right now? He is the perfect backup. You lose your top guy, guess what? You're gonna bring in a dude that has like so much energy. He just wants to go out, win. He'll do whatever it takes too. He can run. He can run a little bit, not like Jalen Hurts, but he's mobile.
He could run an option offense if he has to.
Yeah, and he can throw, and he throws right now. He throws better than Jalen, but like, let's not fucking blow it up. He's not like amazing or anything.
No,
But he's a perfect. He is literally like a backup NFL quarterback to a T. It's unbelievable. But like, I think after last night, that interception was not his fault.
oh my God. Dallas
the-
Goedert drops it, dick fingers it right into his hands off his heel. And I didn't even realize it was picked off at first. Like I looked away and then I see, why is Washington have the ball like the Eagles 30?
I was heading to a friend's house and I heard it on the radio, and Merrill Reese and Mike Quick were so confused. They were like, what? They were trying to explain it. And I was like voice texting my friend while driving. I was like, what's going on? What happened? And my friend's like, that was the most unlucky play I've ever seen. And then he fumbles the ball. They had a good drive and then he fumbles the ball. And you got it. And dude, listening on TV at that point, you could tell the Philly crowd was like, they were on fire.
When you
at
go
that
down
point.
10-0 at home to Garrett Gilbert, you're gonna get booed.
The
That's just
Washington
how it
football
goes.
team missing like 15 plays. Are you kidding me? But like, he came back, and what did he go, like 19 for 25? Like,
he only had
280?
six incompletions. 3 of them were dropped. So he only had 3 incompletions. So that's a fantastic passing day. If Jalen Hurts can keep building on that, then I'm really, really excited. I don't think we need to trade for Deshaun Watson if he can continue that.
No, and that's the scary part is this past weekend, Carson Wentz hit the 75% mark. We have 3
first
round picks.
Let's go.
Now the only thing we don't have to worry about is Harry Roseman.
I swear to God, if they take another wide receiver in the first round, I'm going to scream because they haven't hit since Deshaun Jackson. Like literally top 3 receivers on the team right now. Devonta Smith. All right. He's actually going to be the pan out because he's the highest.
That catch he had last night was
insane.
That was
insane.
sick.
He's literally the last one. I shouldn't say Deshaun was last. Devonta Smith was the last one, but him, Greg Ward, Quez Watkins, those are your top 3 receivers. 2 of them are practice squad guys that just are standouts. You can't draft. Jalen Reagor, ass. Arthega Whiteside, ass. Like, terrible.
I honestly feel, I'll say this because a thing that got picked up on, I'm very active on Twitter, folks.
He is.
And I am very in tune with the Twitter people, which is like a cesspool of like all these different people. But everyone has their views. They make points. And I remembered seeing Miles Sanders say like, don't boo us, blah, blah, blah. Now, granted, yes, Philly fans, we boo very quickly, but like, I think what he was referring to was, and it was annoying me actually. I will say this annoys me because I'm always trying to root for the Eagles. Every time Jalen Reagor goes back for a punt or kick return, no, I'm very not happy that he's doing it. But the fact that the crowd, like the moment a punt return was going on, he walked on the field and people saw him back there and they were booing. I gotta say, that was a little over the top. Like he actually didn't have a bad game. He actually really did not have. He actually made some plays against the depleted Washington team. But like, you know, like I hope the
Washington football team.
Look, he's gonna. As a Philly sports fan myself, I can see him getting booed until he makes like a great play in a clutch moment. Until then, he is the sole reason in a lot of people's minds, not in my mind, but he's the sole reason why we lost that Giants game, dropping 2 clutch catches in the final drive. I mean. That's not. I say he's not the reason because Jalen Hurts played like shit for the first 58 minutes.
No, yeah, I'm not gonna put it all on Jalen either. I think me and you agree on that too, because like it was ugly, but
yeah, Reagor, you got to make that catch, bud. You got 2 balls hit you in the hands in the last 30 seconds. You got to make those catches. So yeah,
Giants threw a little shade at the end of that game. Did you notice that they were playing the "It's Always Sunny" theme at the end of that game?
Yeah, well, that's cute. Well, you know, when you've got nothing to cheer for the last 5 years, at least you can get that. The Giants, I don't even consider them a threat at this point. You guys haven't had a 500 record in what, 5-6 years? Fucking garbage franchise, man. Don't at me,
dude. Yeah, they don't.
I do. So I just want to just ask one thing, Steve. You're still recording too, right? Because for a minute or so ago, I would pick up only every 5 seconds or so. So if you're watching this on video, you're probably looking at me and thinking, why is Jack freezing every 5 seconds?
No, don't worry. Zach and I, we're taking the ball and running with it every time we see you go robotic or.
No, Jack, you're having a bad night tonight. All right, we're running with it, and we're talking to Eagles, so me and Steve know exactly what we're talking about. But I'm gonna let the Giants fans, any Giants fans listening, know. Y'all suck. Like, there's nothing. There's really no other way to say it. And you know, I'm never gonna feel bad for you, but I will say, like, yeah, you guys got to blow it up. Like I was watching the game last night with a Giants fan, and he's a good guy compared to most Giants fans I know. He's a good guy, and he was sitting there saying like, yeah, I think we have to blow the whole thing up because like Daniel Jones has improved this year, but also he's just like he's average at best. And then the rest of the team is shit. Like there's no other way around it. Like, I'm sorry, I loved Kenny Galladay, and then when he went to the Giants, I was like, he's gonna suck. Immediately sucks.
He's got like 30 catches on the season, and we're in like week 15. That's terrible.
He also all of a sudden became an injury bug too. I think he missed a couple games to injury. And you know, hey guys, remember when I was saying like, hey, Saquon Barkley might be a bust? I'm sorry,
you might be
he's
right.
Like He's a wannabe Barry Sanders who runs like 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage and then gains nothing. Like Barry Sanders would run around in circles for the Detroit Lions and then still gain like 5 to 7 yards. Saquon Barkley like gets the ball, dances around, and then goes down for a negative 2-yard loss. I'm sorry. He does have those like breakout runs where it's scary as shit. And I think he's a good talent. And I think the Giants do hinder him. But like, is he that good?
Yes. And that's not just the Penn State homer me saying that. I think Saquon is legit. He is a top 5 running back if he can A, stay healthy, and B, play on a good team. He's having health problems in the last couple of years, and the Giants are trash. If you put him healthy on the Eagles this year, a team that's rushing for 150 yards a game, he'd be a 100-yard rusher. Dude, imagine if we could reunite the Penn State backfield and go him and Miles Sanders and Jordan Howard to be the bulldog running back.
Anyone
how we make it happen.
Anyone who's a football fan, please watch Jordan Howard run the football.
Dude, he's
like
a stud.
Like not only is the Eagles, by the way, Eagles offensive line best in the league. Don't care what anyone says, because Jordan Howard doesn't have to run over people like he used to do in like Chicago or the first year he was in Philadelphia. He now has open holes and just runs and is like, yeah, take me down. Like, bring it. Like, I don't care. You need 2 or 3 people at tops if I'm at top speed. You're not bringing me down. So he
runs angry.
Miles Sanders, Jordan Howard. I love Kenny Gainwell. I love
Yeah.
Kenny Gainwell.
You know what? He had a great first like third of the season, and then he just became irrelevant.
Well,
I don't know what happened there.
Well, what happened was, and you know what bothers me? I love Kenny Gainwell, but I also love Boston Scott. And the moment Miles Sanders got hurt, they started giving Boston Scott the ball, and he was doing work. And it's just like, dude, 4 running backs that are just beasts. The last time we had this many running backs do this well,
Super Bowl.
they were in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Simple. So it's that simple. But
so I'm guessing 7-7. You're seeing him making the playoffs at this point, because I know I sure am.
If we win out playoffs, and by the way, I think they can absolutely beat the Cowboys, because the Cowboys are playing poopy against really bad teams and still getting wins. Yeah,
Hey,
I think if we step up, we can beat their ass.
Yeah, fuck the Cowboys. I'll say that if they're 16-0, fuck the Cowboys. The Eagles will beat them any week.
Fuck the
any
Cowboys.
given week.
We have them week 18 at home.
We should go. Honestly, we should go, man.
The link is going to be explosive. It's going to be fucking dynamite. They're going to be going nuts there. And after the game in like week 3 or whatever, when they died like 41-24,
we don't talk about that.
Oh yeah, no, the link is going to be rocking.
Yeah, the Eagles Cowboys game early in the season, that was when I'm like, Jalen Hurts needs to get the fuck out of Philly. Like, I was livid with how poor that game was. We got beaten to a fucking pulp on national TV. Yeah. I was livid. But you know what? He's turned it around since then. I'm looking up right now to see how much tickets are for week 18. I would love to go to that.
I'll finish this Eagles point. And Jack, I am sorry. I've been drinking. I gotta pee. But I'm gonna finish this point. So the thing that I got sold on Jalen Hurts was last night after the fumble, actually. I don't know if you were watching and you saw this. They showed it real quick. Nick Sirianni straight up ripped into Jalen when he got off the field. And people were like hyper analyzing it. Jalen Hurts basically he ate it, walked off into the sideline, right? Nick Sirianni ripping into him. Jalen Hurts just kind of eating it up, just walking off. Jalen Hurts is the coolest motherfucker in the building, honestly. And what did he do?
Love it.
He went 19 for 25 or whatever, like 275 yards. The kid, Sirianni in the press conference said, I was coached hard. Jalen was coached hard. We just responded to hard coaching. I had to lay into him. And dude, like, I think he responded. I think he also heard there was apparently Minshew chants. So I think he got angry. I think got mad. I think he got mad.
That's why I really think last night, knock on wood, I really hope that the Eagles Washington football team game is a turning point in his career, because he had an insane game from that point on. From the lost fumble to the end of the game, he was lights out. Perfect quarterback. You couldn't ask for anything better.
He had 2 weeks to think about, WIP and 97.5, like talking, is it Minshew or Jalen Hurts?
So I'm just going to go ahead and say this. I already love Jalen Hurts for the fact that you could there's the right way and the wrong way to take that. Carson Wentz took it the fucking wrongest way possible when he realized, oh man, I've got the competition, but I'm supposed to be the golden boy. Wah, wah, wah. Yep. Jalen Hurts, he fucking, grits down, bares his teeth, and he's like, fuck this. This is my job. Fuck you, Gardner Minshew, you little bitch. I'm Jalen Hurts. I'm the quarterback of the Eagles. And you know what? He put up, and good for him.
And now he also has to play now a depleted Giants team with no Daniel Jones.
Oh my God.
He has to step up now.
Mike Glennon
has to.
What a Christmas present going from Garrett Gilbert to Mike Glennon, dude. Eagles just got gift wrapped 2 wins.
He has to step up now. This is his time. And Jalen Hurts should absolutely, after the 2 weeks, and I love Minshew. And you know what's funny about Minshew? I feel like he would be hyping him up right now. I feel like Minshew would be like, yo, like, I think Minshew's a team player. I think Jalen Hurts has to start fucking stepping up and really showing I'm the man.
Yeah, my fiance and her in-laws, they're Giants fans. They can't fucking stand Mike Glennon. They're so desperate. They want to see Jake Fromm play.
Now, here's the thing that sucks. Danny Dimes, I like him. And I can say that because the Giants aren't an actual threat, but I like Daniel Jones. He's got swagger. He's got confidence. He can run the ball. He runs the offense well. It's just the team is trash around him. Maybe I'm not seeing everything because I don't watch the games religiously, but I think he passes the eye test.
Well, speaking of trash teams that play MetLife Stadium, the New York Jets.
Yeah, perfect segue. Jack, what do you think?
Jack, give me a second. Well, you guys can continue. I'm going to pee.
We'll try. Who knows? I might freeze.
That's fine.
Well, Can we edit this out? I'll help you. I'll stay up with you.
No,
man.
no,
I'm not doing
this is
shit
staying
tomorrow.
in there. This is
It's
staying in there.
Oh, dude, I'm peeing so bad.
All right, then go pee then. All right. So I guess we got yeah, Steve, if I freeze, because we're gonna use your recording, because I don't know if you noticed, I freaking crapped out a second time. Zoom had to refund.
I think it's all the power from the Christmas tree behind you. It's sapping your internet.
Probably. But yeah, first we got a couple questions for my brother, Nick Hassel. One, is Zach Wilson the problem on the Jets? And two, how long till the Jets are a playoff team? I'd say for the playoff question, another 2 years. Because this is kind of an answer to the Zach Wilson question too.
Now, before you even answer the Zach Wilson part, how do you even see that? What's the playoff path even look like for the Jets? Because, for me as a casual outsider fan, they've got really no solid building blocks to go on outside of, you got a good lineman in Quinnen Williams. But, one player.
I was going to say,
one player
Wilson
doesn't
the
do
problem. The problem. Yeah, I was going to say, is Zach Wilson the problem for the Jets? I don't think he's the problem. I'd say he's kind of
how can you say he's a problem when he's a rookie quarterback who's missed a lot of time due to injury? I don't know. I feel like it's way too early to say he's a problem.
All right. Well, I mean,
but that's
people keep fucking freak. Okay.
Well, I'm trying to think of it as like, all right, if Zach Wilson were the quarterback of the Eagles right now as a rookie and he's going through all these struggles, it would be hard for me to say Zach Wilson's got to go because he's a rookie first year and he's, not playing on a great team. So I don't know. I mean, are Jets fans really that mad at Zach Wilson?
What else? Okay, there you are. Okay. My thing initially was like, how come Mark Sanchez had a great rookie season, but this kid can't do it? But then I remember, Mark Sanchez had Mike Tannenbaum's roster.
Mark Sanchez had the best defense in the league. He just had to hand the ball off 30 times. Holy shit. I could have been a good quarterback for the Jets that year.
Yeah, and I was going to say, yeah. At the same time, though, I look at Zach Wilson, he's missing easy throws that are like 5 yards away. Like, guys that are wide open, like, okay, I know he's a rookie. I'm trying to be patient with him. Is he the problem for the Jets? No. Does he have his own set of problems, though, at the moment? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're seeing right now, Exhibit A, why people are so hesitant to start a rookie quarterback in their first year.
Right.
Like a lot of guys like to take the path of, all right, sit out the first 6-8 weeks, first year, get some experience, get up to speed. And then you come in and you're like an Aaron Rodgers and you're already the MVP your first year. When you want to start Zach Wilson, and they didn't even have a veteran quarterback on their roster to start the year. Do they even have a veteran quarterback on the roster right now? Anyone with any game experience?
Joe Flacco.
Oh yeah, Joe Flacco. Duh, former Eagles legend Joe Flacco.
Yeah, I saw him play against Miami, and he did well actually.
That preseason screen pass.
He was fucking fantastic.
Legend.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, all that to say, when Zach Wilson is being thrown to the fire in his first year on a dumpster fire team, hasn't even been a full year. Even if we're at the end of the season, he didn't play a full season. How can you point your finger at him and say he's the problem or he's even a problem?
I mean, he's got his own set of issues, but right now we're going to chalk it up to rookie mistakes because, he is a rookie. That and, the Jets offensive line sucks because they don't have Mekhi Becton. So,
yeah, no, dude, honestly, just jumping in, I gotta say, man, any Eagles fans listening, like, give me a break here. All right. I live in New Jersey. Like, I have to, like, I get the Jets and Giants games all the time. I watch a lot of the Jets now. And after we won our Super Bowl, I'm like, you know what? They haven't won since 63 or whatever the fuck it is. Like,
68. Yeah.
68. Yeah. Like, dude, it's been so long. At this point, I'm a Jets advocate. So, here's the thing. I'm watching this team. Zach Wilson has like moments where he looks decent. By the way, half his interceptions, I swear to God, like half his interceptions are like off the hands of receivers. Like maybe they're thrown behind them or maybe a little too high, but like I remembered one where Corey Davis straight up had like a perfect catch on the sideline. It bounced off his hands into a defender's hands.
That's why that there should be a stat that credits wide receivers or gives them.
Oh, so you agree? You agree?
Yes.
I agree.
think we're all in agreement here. Yeah.
That's the one thing I think that's one stat you could probably change, because like there's also that off topic, that one play Jamar Chase had like
oh my god
ago. It was
last week. Yeah, he
perfect.
He had a perfect dime from Joe Burrow. He's got him in stride and he like bobbles it backwards to the defender to get picked off.
Zach, I've seen Zach Wilson have like several of those passes like just bounce off guys into other or just some weird shit happens and it goes to the defender's hand. But also I have seen like in the Eagles game that me and Brick went to, where he just all of a sudden just overthrows a dude by like 10 yards and it goes into the
deep ball. Yeah. Like I feel like he's kind of weak on the deep ball. I'm like, oh man.
Well, that's the thing. Like it's a rookie quarterback. I look at the Jets team and personally, I really like them. And I don't know what you think about Joe Douglas still. I was telling you this whole time that he's going to build that fucking team. And honestly, I see the groundwork. This is the groundwork. You got a good coach in Saleh. I think Saleh has had a mess.
Yeah, Saleh's, I mean, here's the thing. I'm not going to put anything on Saleh, like kind of like how I'm not going to fully put anything on Wilson. Because right now, Saleh, okay, yeah, I froze there.
I was gonna say the anticipation's killing us there, Regis.
Yeah, Saleh, I think right now bit off more than he can chew. Not to be a freaking nerd, but like I'm sure you've all seen the Disney movie Mulan. Freaking remember towards the beginning they had the training montage.
I'll make a man out of you.
Yeah, freaking
yeah.
Robert Saleh right now is like Shang, like we got a long way to go. Like,
yeah,
like right before he started singing. Who knows? My fiance and her sister might appreciate that. Right?
Dude, Jack, that team is so young, and there's so many players on there that I like. Oh, Jack, Elijah Moore.
I love Elijah Moore.
Love Elijah Moore. I think Corey Davis is having a bad year. He's also injured. I think Corey Davis, if he gets his fucking mind right and realizes he's number one, he can do it.
You know who needs to get their freaking mind right? Denzel Mims.
Denzel Mims also needs that. Yeah. And you know what? He shit talked Philly, so I'll always have a little scorn against him. But no, he absolutely has the talent to be a good wide receiver.
He doesn't have the attitude.
No, yeah. And also Michael Carter, love that running back.
He's been good.
I think Zach Wilson has flashes, and then he has these flashes of just bad throws. And it's just like, it's infuriating. Because like he torched the Eagles defense in the first half of their game. And then the second half, the Eagles came out and they stuck their foot in the ground, both offensively and defensively, and finally like shut the shit down. But like that's, you're a young team, not rookie coach. There's a lot of growing pains with that. And I think watching them, I'm now like, as a Jets advocate, I'm literally always like kind of like rooting for them, because like everyone's like, oh, the Jets are gonna lose. Like,
but yeah,
have they been betting wise, have they been favored in any games this year?
No.
Good question.
I will say this though. I don't remember which teams this was against. Someone compared Zach Wilson's stats against these 5 teams and compared side by side with Mac Jones, and they were very close, if not like identical to each other. So
honestly, that was my next question to you, Jack, is all right, you got Zach Wilson in the draft. Let's say the Jets got, Trey Lance, Mac Jones, Justin Fields. Are they in any better shape right now in terms of their quarterback situation?
Probably not, because they're not, they still have like the same crappy offensive line. They still have Corey Davis, who's having an off year. The most reliable receiver they have is Elijah Moore.
Yeah. So he's hurt. That's my point, is how can Jets fans say that Zach Wilson is a problem when you're not going to, even if you had Trevor Lawrence, you'd be in the same fucking spot. And Trevor Lawrence is a dumpster fire. Granted that
Oh, yeah,
Jacksonville's
I mean-
a dumpster fire, but
No, yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence is as good. I didn't think he was coming in, and he hasn't shown me, anything to prove me otherwise.
I'm gonna say this about that real quick because I remembered your take on Trevor Lawrence being a bust and whatnot.
They play each other
Clearly.
this weekend,
Oh,
actually.
that's funny.
They play each other.
That's funny.
No way. Oh, no way. Dude, anyway, the thing I'll say about that is clearly what you can keep your look, keep that take, but I will say this year you got to give him a mulligan.
I will. I absolutely will.
Urban
Yeah.
Meyer came out and became an absolute joke of the league.
Yeah,
An
when I made
absolute
that take,
fucking joke.
I wasn't anticipating Urban Meyer to be a giant cancer.
Oh my
The
god.
dude, granted, he made out like gangbusters. He's getting paid $40 million to go the fuck away for 5 years. But I mean, when you're out there shitting on your coaches and kicking your kicker, like grabbing ass in Ohio bars, yeah, you're not going to do your rookie quarterback any favors.
Dude, the biggest story now is like, what was he doing at Ohio State and Florida?
Grabbing ass.
And Utah. Like,
You saw the
what
video.
he
He was
doing?
grabbing ass. It was
Good
just
lord. Good
guys
lord.
being dudes, being head coaches in the wrong year.
Just
Well,
guys being
can't-
dudes.
Can't do
Well,
that.
it's more so. I mean, it's more so the fact that he's married and he's doing that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just the fact that why are you going back to an Ohio bar, like trying to cash in on your cred because you won in, at Ohio State?
He's just
You're the
he's back.
Jacksonville coach now.
He's back at the bar thinking, I made a huge mistake. I should have stayed
That
here.
that was what's crazy is that was week 4. And I remember that week 4, people like at ESPN, even like just
They were saying he was
like
done,
on
yeah.
Fox, they were just like, who the fuck does that? Like what coach doesn't get on the plane back home with their team? What? Unreal.
You know who? A guy that wants to go grab ass. That's who.
Cash in a check.
Yeah. Sadiq Khan is like, get the fuck out of here. All right. I
Oh,
guess
man.
one last NFL question, again, from my brother, Nick Hassel. Top 3 teams in the NFL. I mean, Zach, you listed your top 3.
All right, so let me bring that up real quick. What was mine again? Just
Chiefs, Packers, Bucks.
wow. Thanks for blowing my spot there, JackKnife.
Hey, you guys haven't frozen on me in a few minutes, so
Okay, so
yeah, we are so using your video, Brick. The less I have to edit, the better.
if he's talking three teams across the NFL, because like NFC, AFC, violently every year is violently different. I gotta give the Packers are number 1 for me because just honestly, regardless of that whole Rodgers COVID bullshit that happened,
Oh, he's in line right now to win MVP. Right now, he's the front runner, statistically speaking, in terms of the betting
Yeah,
line.
I
Aaron
think I
Rodgers is because of Brady's dump that he had last week, the 9-0 loss. Aaron Rodgers, as of this recording, is the favorite
number
to win
1.
MVP.
It makes sense. He's
remember
been,
at the beginning of the year, we weren't even sure if he was going to be on the Packers.
Yeah, for real.
dude. Honestly, he and he's done this before when he's had injuries. It's like, oh, he got injured last year. How is this going to affect him? He comes back. He's still fucking Aaron Rodgers. It's unreal how consistent the dude is on the field at all times. Like if he's on the field and healthy, nothing's stopping him. He's unbelievable. And he missed one game. He came back and immediately they just went right back to their winning ways. I can't deny it. Like, I think last year, the only reason the Bucks went to the Super Bowl was because LaFleur called a field goal when they were at like 4th and goal.
Still
on
stupid.
their, like,
I still can't believe he did that.
No, you have Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, fucking Devontae Adams, Tanyan was a red zone monster. Like, they still have those same guys. Like, the Packers are number 1 in my opinion. Second, I'm going Chiefs. Chiefs because beginning of the year, their defense was crap. All of a sudden, their offense was also, Mahomes was like way off his game. All of a sudden, the past like 3-4 weeks, they've just been kind of getting back in the groove.
They've won 7 straight.
Looking good. Yeah, but they've been winning, but like each week it feels like it's just getting better and better. And recently it's like, okay, now it's looking like the Chiefs of old, like the past like 2-3 years. Now it's like, okay, the Chiefs are back. They're all of a sudden threatening everyone. Like I wouldn't pick against them the rest of the year. And my number 3, it's still the Bucks. it's still the Bucks because it's Tom Brady. And that whole team is fucking loaded. Oh, I got a nag coming up. That whole team is still loaded. They lost Chris Godwin. Fournette's injury, I don't think is that bad. Evans' injury isn't that bad. They had a really rough game the other day. So, but like, it's still Tom Brady, and that team is just loaded. I can't deny. And they're getting AD back after his stupid fucking vaccination card thing. I'm cursing a lot in this episode. I don't even care. I've had a couple drinks.
Yeah, we all.
It's just that team is just so stacked. I can't deny it at this point. I know I can't believe I picked 2 NFC teams, but it's like the NFC has like a couple teams at the top, and then everyone below them, the Packers and the Bucks, and then everyone below them is just kind of like fighting for their spot. Maybe the Cardinals and Rams are right there too, but like they've shown signs of like rockiness, and the AFC is just wild, wild west. That's why I picked the Chiefs, because the Chiefs are proven in the past couple of years that they can make it there. So
yeah. My top 3 is basically the same as yours, except I'd probably replace the Bucks with the Rams, because I mean, I feel like the Rams are a much more hungrier team. And when you look at, what the moves they made the past, year or so, getting Matthew Stafford, now they got Odell. I mean, Odell's a diva, but you can't deny he's talented. I mean, if that team gets on a roll, considering how well they're balanced on both sides of the ball, they have an amazing defense, very talented offense. Look out for Los Angeles. They're going all in on this year. I think they very well could get the job done.
I'm also very much a big Matthew Stafford. I would love to see him win
after suffering all these years in Detroit. It's It's like I don't know. Would you consider him like a NFL equivalent to like Ray Bork suffering those years in Boston just to win in Colorado? I mean,
yeah,
maybe not.
Absolutely, I would. That's actually a great comparison.
Right.
I mean, real quick, I'll chime in my 3. We're unanimous on the Packers. They're hands down. They got the best quarterback. They've got the best 1-2 punch and running backs. Pretty solid head coach. Pretty good defense. I think they're going all the way in the NFC.
Oh, Steve, real quick.
Okay.
Rasul Douglas.
Right. Okay, here's the thing. I wanted to fucking scream when he took that second one back to the house, and because I'm watching the game with my friend who's a Packers fan. He goes, "Wow, Rasul Douglas, where did he come from?" You're fucking welcome. He was a fizzle for the Eagles.
He was, you know what he was? He was a hard-hitting cornerback. I liked him out of West Virginia University. He was really good, but he just wasn't that good at coverage. All of a sudden, he goes to Green Bay. He goes to where did he go before? Where was he?
He went to a couple teams. Like he bounced around practice. Like he was cut from the Texans practice squad at one point.
Oh my
God. So I mean, the thing is, I'm happy that he's finally found a place where he can play. But dude, he was part of the reason the Eagles couldn't cover a cold in that one season, where they were literally the worst secondary in the league. But I mean, I'm going Packers 1. I'm going Chargers number 2. I think the Chargers honestly are the team to beat.
That's a good choice,
because I don't care. That. KC's turned it around. Andy Reid's a great coach, but I don't see it from the games I've seen. They don't pass the eye test to me. I don't.
Yeah,
think
the Bills definitely don't pass. I mean, the Bills are a playoff team, but they definitely don't pass the eye test.
The Bills started hot, but yikes, they've been a drop off. But the Chargers, Justin Herbert's having a great sophomore season. The team's pretty loaded. As long as Eckler can stay healthy, they're going to have a pretty solid balance on pass and run. But my number 3, I'm staying in LA, going with the Rams too, because I believe in Stafford. The receiving core is solid. They revitalized Odell Beckham. I mean, I'm so mad that he didn't want to go to the Eagles, because what better FU to the Giants than if he studs out with the Eagles? But Odell's back. He's, found his lane. Hopefully this is where he performs. But I think LA is going to have 2 playoff teams.
Isn't the Super Bowl in LA this year?
It sure is. But which one?
Imagine
stadium?
No,
it's next year.
No, it's Las Vegas this year. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's right.
I'm gonna look because I remembered thinking. I remembered reading that it was in Las Vegas. I was like, that's a fucking disaster.
You know what's funny? I have a miniature model of the Las Vegas Raiders stadium. It's right here in my hands.
Oh wow!
It's a speakerphone puck. From the top down, this is what the stadium looks like.
Doesn't it have like a massive TV outside that's like facing the turnpike or whatever they have over there? Like
probably. That's not distracting to the traffic at all.
I saw a video of someone driving. It's like, look at it. It's the video. The game is on TV while I'm driving.
Dang.
It's like, oh man, that's dangerous.
All right. We talked a lot of football there, guys.
Yeah. We
I don't even
a lot
want
of football.
I don't even feel like getting into college.
Yeah.
No.
So my only thought on the college football, I was reading today that they could have a national championship game where if one of the two teams can't compete due to COVID, then they'll just vacate the game and name someone a winner. I think that would be the biggest disgrace if they end up doing that. Hopefully they won't, but it's bowl season right now.
There's
in a bowl.
I believe that is a bunch of smoke and mirrors. There's no way.
Yeah, they would never let that happen.
It's like NFL at that point. This level of college football, when it comes to the champ of all the shit before it, they'll cancel at that because regular season, whatever.
Yeah, they're not going to cancel bowl games.
College.
They're not going to cancel the
they're
championship
not going to cancel
game.
the championship game. No fucking way. No way. Let me see.
They lose too much money if they cancel the championship game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Bama's got to win it. I think they win every other year. Is this their off year?
Wait, you might be right.
I think honestly, I'm only half joking here.
I'm really upset. I picked Michigan over Georgia, and I picked Bama over Cincinnati. Really unfortunate, dude. If you're not rooting for anyone listening, if you're not rooting for Cincinnati when they play Alabama, go to hell.
Yeah, that would be a huge upset. I want to see it.
That would be the greatest. Like Appalachian State over Michigan in 07 when they were like number 2. That's the best upset ever. Like
fuck Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan.
Like ranking wise, like I get it. That's like the biggest upset ever. Cincinnati beating Alabama in the playoffs, I would lose my fucking mind. I would lose my mind. That would be amazing. And as someone who's a Rutgers fan, I've witnessed Cincinnati in person, like in the Big East. They had the Kelsey brothers, Travis and Jason. Like they've had some pretty decent players in their past. I respect them. And they all of a sudden, like in the American Conference, they're like, yeah, we're number 1. Suck it. Like, and now they're in the playoffs. This kid Desmond Ritter's looking great, but other than that, college football is pretty much just it's bowl season.
Came and went, and we're in bowl season.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta say real quick, shout out to the Big Ten. Fantastic job. Not Rutgers notwithstanding, there were so many Big Ten teams ranked at one point in the top 10 or even just the top 25 being ranked. I'm a little pissed Penn State finished 7-5, but fuck it, man. Great competition this year. Took away from the whole SEC bias.
Hey, hold on a second. Rutgers did go 5-7. Though.
Yeah, what bowl are they in this year?
They were about to be in the Gator Bowl.
I mean, you know what? 5-7 to them is like going 10-0.
Hold on a second though, because I remembered you and Dan giving me a lot of shit, but like, let's be real. They went from being like a 1 to 2 win team the past 3-4 years. Greg Schiano has won 8 games the past 2 years. Literally, that's more than the past.
I'll give credit. They're turning the program around.
They're
still
I'm
suck
looking
though.
I'm not saying they're
but
great.
They're turning it around.
They have, I think. Also Bo Melton is an NFL prospect, I believe. I want to see where he goes. He's like 5'11", 200 pounds. I think he's not a huge dude. He's definitely going to be a slot guy. I think for someone. I think he has a lot of talent. He can make it, but. I think Rutgers is on the up and up, dude. Like,
let's go to a game.
You're gonna tell me Rutgers sucks compared to like Northwestern or Indiana? Really?
I'd say they're on par with Northwestern and Indiana. I guess that was the wrong take. All right, while Zach's getting another beer, Jack, what bowl is Notre Dame losing in this year?
I have no idea. All I know is that they will lose it because that's what Notre Dame does in big bowl games.
Well, Notre Dame just needs to join a conference.
That's what I'm saying. But
I need to take them.
But they won't. They won't.
Dude, they almost lost to Toledo. I was watching that game so closely. Like, come on,
money
Toledo.
If they don't join a conference.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted them. Toledo was
okay.
So
now that I'm unfrozen. Yeah. Now that I'm unfrozen, there's too much money for Notre Dame to lose.
Yeah. But. Hey, you never know. They got a break in their new coach now that Brian Kelly's gone.
Oh God, I forgot all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, he's got a southern accent now. Dude.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
How do you do, fellow
welcome
Southerners?
intro, yeah.
How you doing, Southerners?
He did some TikTok with like a recruit and the guy signed with them. So it's like, I can't blame him for that. But like, he is absolutely pandering. He is pandering hard. Absolutely pandering so hard.
Right, yeah. Well, we talked a lot of college football there.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's go to baseball. Talk about how they're in a lockout right now. I'm sure you've all seen, the pictures, you go to any MLB team's website, the rosters has like the freaking stock photo of just like the outline of a player in his hat. I don't know all the details, but I love the description you sent me, Zach. I texted you on Monday. What's the too long didn't read version on what caused this lockout? And your response was, I don't know the full details, but think Mr. Krabs.
Money. That's exactly it, dude. I just got news from someone. I'm like a little bit shocked. So now I have to switch gears. I'll explain that after. But the MLB lockout, really what it comes down to is millionaires fighting with billionaires over money. That's the way that as an average middle-class citizen sees this. And look, I actually side with the millionaires here because the billionaires are being very cheap fucks. I mean, like, as you know, if you've paid attention, Brick, like John Middleton for the Phillies has been like, we could get so much more talent and he just doesn't want to go over that luxury tax to pay a little bit more. So it's like,
I don't even want to start because the Phillies roster in terms of batting lineup and who's in the field for the last 2 seasons, they should be a 100-win team. There's no fucking pitching. Get a fucking pitcher. Get some fucking bullpen guys. Get a fucking closer. Get a 4th and 5th fucking starter. You won't spend the money. It's infuriating. But you know what? All I got to say, 13 years, $300 million, and we got the MVP, baby. I don't give a shit. Lock me out. I don't care. We got Bryce Harper MVP.
Bro, the money pays. It's already been paid off at this point.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
Absolutely.
I will take Albert Pujols didn't do that in what the fucking 12 years or whatever the Angels gave him. Like he like Bryce Harper has been a savage since he joined the Phillies. Remember when people were saying he wasn't good in the field?
Oh yeah,
monster.
He's insane in right field. Yeah,
he made a slide. I've seen him make a diving catch live, and I've seen him make a sliding catch in foul territory live. Like every game I go to, I feel like Bryce Harper's gonna make a play.
Yeah,
dude's a monster. So like the MLB lockout, though, I don't even know like the real details behind it, but from what everyone's reporting on it is, it's really not good.
Yeah, it's just bargaining back and forth between the players and the league. The Players Association and the league. They just can't come to terms in the new contract. They go through this shit every, whenever the contract ends, every decade or so. And yeah, it's just about who, more money. We want more money. We don't want to give you more money.
Reminder, or we want to remind people, I hate reminding them of this, but the Braves did win the World Series.
That's right. We missed that.
Thank God we missed that.
I was on my honeymoon.
But good for Freddie Freeman. Honestly, good for him. The guy deserves it. I love Freddie Freeman. He's a baseball lifer.
I'm going to shout out to my
He's going to be a Yankee this year. I'm kidding.
I hope. Please get him the fuck out of the NL East. Please.
No, just Steinbrenners don't like to spend money anymore. Now they're perfectly content being, we're just a little playoff team. No, you're the fucking New York Yankees. Compete for championships.
Buy championships.
Brick, the Yankees.
Yes, buy championships again.
The Yankees are becoming like the Phillies. They're literally just like penny pinching. It's ridiculous.
Which makes no sense. You're in a major market. Like, obviously it's not fair to the Kansas City team and the Houston Astros and like all the small market teams. But you know what? That's life, baby.
Yeah, but look,
you'll get more money if you live in a big city. Tampa Bay, I cannot believe what they do every year on such a small payroll. It is unbelievable.
Imagine how good
that's incredible.
That team would probably be a dynasty. That franchise would probably be a dynasty if they had money.
Yeah.
Kyan Bloom. That's his name. That's the GM or owner. I forget who it is. Kyan Bloom. That's the dude that's making that roster, and it's just a fucking engine of just crazy pitching and random dudes in the field producing. It makes no sense.
Yeah, and Kevin Cash is a great manager. I mean,
he is. He had that one gaff.
That gaff is. I wouldn't call that, throwing the ball at the 1 yard line when you have Marshawn Lynch bad, but yeah, that was a bad gaff.
Yeah. What did he do? I'm gonna play dumb here. I missed it.
No, he took. Oh my God!
What was it? Series.
It was like was it game 6 or 7? He took out Blake Snell like in the middle of, like it was like the 4th or 5th inning. He took him out when he only had like 2 or 3 hits and like 4 or 5 strikes. I'm gonna look it up now.
That's like Gabe Kapler level stupid. You don't do that.
Like, how about this, Brick? If you look at the video of Kevin, what's his name? Kevin Cash. When Cash comes out to take Blake Snell, Snell got he got crazy enraged. Like he was walking off swearing and shit. Like he was
man.
Pissed. And immediately, the guy they brought in gave up like a couple runs. Yeah, like Elf.
He should have gone full Trevor Bauer, chuck the ball over the center field wall, mad. Which I still can't believe he did that. That was not like in terms of I can't believe he did that, but I can't believe he physically did that. That's incredible.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
I haven't been following the NBA that closely. I know the Knicks are decent. You know anything? Like
the Sixers are painfully mediocre, and I despise Ben Simmons, and I despise the front management or the front office management. I am divorcing myself with the Sixers until I say otherwise. I don't care. I just do not care about this team. We're how many years removed from the process? They had the process wrong at first. Then they hit on Embiid. They hit on Simmons. They got rid of Jimmy Butler. They kept Tobias Harris. Ben Simmons is a fucking prima donna. It's a train wreck. It's an absolute shit show.
Okay,
I want no part of it.
Okay, there is one storyline we can talk regarding the NBA. The Brooklyn Nets, who are leading the Eastern Conference, they just asked Kyrie Irving to come back, but only for the away games.
When I saw that one, I actually fell out of my fucking chair laughing. So I'm like, all right, let's get this straight. Hey, Kyrie, you're not vaccinated, so get away from our team. We don't want you anywhere near us when we practice, when we play our home games. Just go away.
Months later,
months later,
Kyrie, how you doing?
Hey, Kyrie, a lot of our guys, they can't play because of COVID. So you think you can come back? Oh, and also just, only for away games because we still can't have you at the Barclays Center. If I was Kyrie, I would tell him to shove that so far up their fucking ass, and I would just say, no, I don't want to play. I don't want to get infected by your players. Like the ball's on them to even come back to him and say, we're sorry. Can you please come back just for the away games? What an absolute joke.
That's like
What a joke, dude.
That's like Harold Ballard fired. Like, I don't remember what year it was or what name it or the name of the guy who it was, but Urinating Tree talked about it in his Leafs video, Legacy of Failure. Like, Tree talking about Harold Ballard fired one of the coaches, and then the next day, was like, "Hey, Roger, buddy, can you come back?" I don't know the full details on that. I'm just going off of what Urinating.
Fantastic.
But yeah,
that's the state of the NBA basically in a nutshell.
Dude, listen, I can't believe it. And this is where we were talking earlier about like bringing up COVID. This is where the ridiculousness is. Like, I can't believe I have to side with Kyrie Irving. Like, I can't believe I have to side with Kyrie Irving on this. It's just insane how everyone's been handling it. The NBA has been, I think the NBA has been the worst with handling it. I don't know, the NHL, the NHL at least is like, we're locking down. All right, we're playing. We're locking down. We're playing. Like Canada, that locks their shit down. But the NBA has been so weird about it. And now, like, you know, they're like, oh, hey, Kyrie, like, we kind of would like you to play for us, you know?
I mean, they're better off just going back to the bubble model they had last year. I mean, I don't think the NHL is doing it right either, but they have the more complicated thing of crossing international borders because they have Canadian teams. Well, actually, you know what? The Raptors, and
no,
NBA's
I know.
got it too.
No, I know, but like the thing with like the NHL is like, do you know what they do? They go, we're doing this, and this is where it ends. Like, or like, this is what we're gonna do, and like the Nets, the fact that the Nets are going, hey, Kyrie, we want you to like travel to other states, but you can't play where you're actually paid to play.
Who was it on the Red Wings that they have that same situation? I can't remember.
Tyler Bertuzzi.
Yeah, where he's
someone on the
unvaccinated. Like, you just can't play away games or away games in Canada. Yeah, he can't go play away games in Canada because he's not vaccinated, so he can't cross the border to go in and out of Canada. So
someone on the Devils the other night chirped at him, "Go get vaccinated," and I think shortly after that, Bertuzzi scored a goal against him. And yeah, I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's great.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think Bertuzzi's gone on COVID protocol yet, but a lot of teams have had to.
I think he just did recently, like in the last week or so. But he's tearing it up, dude. He's having a great year. He's a point of game player.
Yeah, but still, you know, right now the NHL. I guess now we can talk about the NHL. Perfect segue into it. Freaking the league's decided
like shut down for the next week and a half, 2 weeks, whatever.
Yeah, they'll get back on like the 27th. You know, because of, you know, too many teams.
I think they pushed it past the new year even. I think they had an update on that.
Oh, God, I hope not. Like, they said it, like, I thought I heard something like the 27th, but yeah, I don't want it. You hope it's the 27th too.
Yeah.
That's what they said, Jack. That's what I shared.
More goalpost moving.
It's funny for me that like I was the guy that like sent that to our group chat, but like I read that and was like, holy shit. Like literally only a week. Really like only a week they were gonna do it. And I was like, this makes no sense. None.
Yeah, Adam Silver said it doesn't make sense too. Like Adam Silver was like, it doesn't make sense to like shut down the entire league. But you know, the Islanders had a bad outbreak. You know, they had to cancel some games. So did the Ottawa Senators. Like the Rangers like beat the shit out of the Islanders in a game when, you know, they didn't have a lot of their players. And hold on, is Brick frozen?
No, I'm here. I'm on my phone. I'm trying to look up when this
you sit so perfectly still. But yeah.
Thanks. But, yeah. Rigor mortis. I died. So that's what happens.
That's right. You're dead because you had the vid. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I remember going into that game. I was like, I didn't want Islanders fans were saying they didn't want to play because, you know, Nelson was out with COVID, Lee was out with COVID, a lot of like relatively good players. Like they still had Bovilli, they still have Barzell. And ironically enough, I didn't want that game to happen either because, you know, they were at UBS Arena for like a sizable amount of games, still have one there. And then they were going to be playing the Rangers with like half their roster. I'm like, okay, this is definitely how it's going to happen. They get their first win at UBS Arena with half their roster against the Rangers. But thankfully, no, the Rangers took care of business that night. But anyway, enough talk.
Well, last word on hockey. I'm reading right now. It looks like they are coming back December 27th. So knock on wood, hockey will be back soon. But it does suck that they're skipping the Olympics. You know, I hate it when they skip the Olympics.
Me too. I love seeing the players.
Oh, it's great. Olympics. I love seeing everyone wearing their national sweaters and duking it out on the national stage. That's why I love watching the IHF. But I guess no NHL and the Olympics. That sucks.
You know what? Just, you know, to make up for it, be like, hey, we'll do that this summer. So yeah. I mean, we'll just have to wait a little bit longer to see Connor McDavid versus Leon Draisaitl. So, but yeah, let's get to the teams itself. Question once again from Nick Hassel. By the way, someone did ask us what our thoughts were on the MLB lockout. That was from Michael Gomba. Sorry about that.
I got it, Jack. Gomba.
Okay.
If you're listening to this, he's our dodgeball legend. He's our dodgeball legend, Michael. And by the way, you sons of bitches better come at some point. All right.
I was gonna say I still gotta pop my dodgeball cherry.
You do.
I think Josh
fucking legit. Like seriously, you're a catcher. You should have that gun too, man. Like I'm a high draft pick, but
hey man, 2-0 pop time speaks for itself.
I think Josh Blum also asked. I think Josh Blum also asked us our thought on the lockouts. But yeah, I just want
Josh Blum, shout out from my wrestling group too. Yeah, dude. The MLB lockout. I know that's the big thing. We don't really have details on that. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like from what I look up, it just seems like there's just a complete disconnect from the players and the owners. It's just.
Yeah.
I'll look for some stuff right now. I'm gonna look for some stuff.
I mean, we talked about it already. I just wanted to like give a shout out to the guys who did ask about it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
No, because I want to shout out to Josh Blum for giving us some rankings updates regarding our fantasy team. Next year, we
gotta shrink it down next year. We kind of were overzealous.
I'll admit I haven't set a lineup in weeks, so I hope I'm still in the playoff picture.
No, you're not.
Fuck.
Well, look, you know what we got to do. So what we're gonna do, because I set this up, and obviously I was way too busy with a wedding and everything going on. In general, I just wanted a 16-team league because I really like fantasy and I wanted to see how deep we could get. But
crap! I'm 7-8. Yeah, I'm not making the playoffs.
So
yeah,
we gotta add. I guess we have to put a little money into it. We
Yeah,
have to put a little fucking. We got a little.
Even if it was $5, I guarantee I would have set a lineup. But because it's a free league, there'd be like, it's Sunday afternoon. I'm like, shit, I never set my lineup.
Josh and I do have the best teams in that league, but yeah.
Well, Josh
I've got Cooper Cup.
Top.
Okay. But before we get back into NHL stuff, Josh asked us when do we think the MLB lockout will end? I say they'll give it. I say February-ish. I'm good. I'm pulling that out of my ass, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't have honestly, I don't know, because this is a thing where as fans, we don't know. There's so many things that are going on in the back rooms between the MLBPA and the MLB. We don't know. We're at their mercy. So I hope it's before pitchers and catchers report, but I don't know.
I made that meme of the MLB messaging where it was like, "Dear MLB fans, like fuck your life, bing bong,
bing bong."
But
all right,
it's really I pray to God it's well before spring training. That's like spring training starts like early March, right? Like early March is when, and then April's actual spring training time. Or no, I'm sorry, March spring. February is catchers report.
Middle of February is pitchers and catchers report. But here's why it's got to be even before that.
It's got to be before that.
Until there's a new CBA in place, nobody can sign free agents. Nobody can trade players. Everyone's rosters are rocked. Everyone's rosters are locked.
Yeah.
Everyone's rosters are rocked.
Rosters are rocked.
Yeah, Jack, we're not editing this fucking shit. All right, this is gonna be a 2-hour podcast. I don't even give a fuck. I'm gonna
the welcome back FUNTS cast.
Exactly,
dude. We're gonna have a shot of Zack Daniels sometime soon. I'm coming up with ideas for like movie reviews. We got to do guys.
T-Rose and I talked about doing burger reviews. We haven't done it. Maybe we'll do one next week. The missus is going on vacation with the fam. I'm gonna be
we do burger reviews, but it's like McDonald's.
No, oh god,
Burger King.
Maybe if we got
Five Guys. It's nothing but like chain burgers.
No, guys, this is what we.
I want to go to local places.
We gotta drink and watch sports movies. That's what we have to do.
And we cuddle up with wine and blankets.
No,
paint each other's toenails.
I literally have that set up already.
Nice. No, I'd be down with that. Do a little Rocky marathon.
Hey, first movie we watch is Dodgeball because that is the greatest sports movie of all time.
True underdog story.
But hey, and White Goodman is a true American hero.
We're better than you, and we
know it. It's over between us, Kate. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody.
God, what did they let you at a Nazi camp early today? Yes, they did.
I love that movie so much,
dude. I could quote the whole fucking thing. That's the problem. It's insane. All right. What's the next sport, Jack? Let's keep it fucking.
Yeah, we
got any esports on deck?
My friend Tim Horton, he loves sports, and I told him like if he ever wants to talk about it, he's welcome to come on.
Man.
But I
don't want to brag, but I am diamond level at Rocket League, so I can hold my own.
Okay, I was gonna talk about Rangers, and then I remembered I have to give credit to do with the questions. But yeah, now are the New York Rangers elite? I'm gonna say no, not yet, but that's okay. We're looking at the standings right now, the third overall in the Metropolitan, only 1 point out of first in that division. Overall in the league, they're fifth, 2 points out of the first overall spot, which is the Tampa Bay Lightning. But from what I've seen, the team still has a lot of areas to work on. They're not necessarily deep in some areas. By the way, guys, I haven't frozen yet, right? Okay, guys.
No, you're good.
Still, yeah, because I have to
Don't
go
jinx
back.
it.
I have to go back and forth between the Zoom and NHL.com to look at stats. But
you're good.
Center, they have Mika Zibanejad, and Ryan Strom's pretty decent. But at right wing, especially now with Sammy Blais being out for the year, thanks to PK Sluban. Yeah, thanks for that's like his fifth slew foot of the year. Nice going, PK. As far as goals, let's see. They could probably put up some more goals. They're 17th in the league in goals, but they have a solid force in net in Igor Shesterkin.
Yeah, how's your netminder doing this year? I like Shesterkin.
He's great. Hold on, I gotta. Okay, where the range?
In contrast, Carter Hart, where the fuck have you been for the last 2 years, bud? Get it together. Holy shit.
Yeah, Igor Shesterkin's putting up, if I'm not mistaken, Vezina caliber numbers. Like he's been holding the Rangers like in games. He stole games for the Rangers. Like one game that came to mind for me is in Toronto. They had no business winning that game in overtime, but they did because Igor Shesterkin was phenomenal that night. Now they lost him the last week or so because he kind of like had like a freak injury. He's off the IR now, which they had a game scheduled for tomorrow against the Canadiens. I imagine he would have started that game, but it is what it is. The situation, Shesterkin's been phenomenal. Chris Kreider, which brings me into my next fan question. Again,
that's what Nick asked. Yeah, Nick. Thank you, Nick Hassel, for all your questions.
You the man.
They're fantastic. I don't even like the Jets, but I was honestly all in on trying to figure out what you were asking on the Jets, and that's where our NFL talk came from. But I don't know enough about NHL. I've been watching a little bit. Hey, by the way, I'm slightly rooting for the Seattle Kraken. I will always root.
Oh yeah, I forgot they exist now.
I will
always. That was our last
expansion.
Yeah.
Yeah, our last episode, I think we recorded like on opening night or so. Like they're like during their first game, if I remember correctly.
I watched I'm not not fully in tune with hockey, but I was like, hey, like I'm not expecting this team to win. You don't expect expansion teams to win their first game.
Yeah, Vegas is the Vegas Golden Knights were the exception, not the rule.
That was
the way
weird.
The NHL does their expansion draft. They kind of make the team ready to compete from day one. So I'm really not surprised.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. No.
But let's see. Where's Vegas right now? Okay. Overall in the league, it's not good. I think. Yeah, the only team. Let's see.
They got rid of Gallant as head coach. I thought, right?
Vegas, yeah, because they are.
Which makes no fucking sense to me.
Yeah, and now Gallant is the coach of the Rangers, and he's doing pretty damn well. It took a little while for them to like get their feet under him, but he's done well. But
I genuinely don't understand what their expectations were in the first 3 years. Like you made the playoffs every year, and you still fired the guy. What the fuck? What's that all about?
I think he and management didn't see eye to eye.
Yeah, that's honestly as dumb as the Cardinals firing Mike Schilt, who like rattle off 17 wins in a row for the Cardinals for them to make the playoffs, clinch the wild card spot, and then sorry, get out of town. So stupid. Some management so stupid.
Anyway, Alexis Lafreniere for the Rangers, he's been all right. He's kind of getting, again, he's a young kid. He's like 19, 20 years old. He's getting, his feet under him. Like he hasn't played a full NHL season yet. Neither has Capo Caco, but in my mind, Capo Caco,
Capo Caco. It's got a fun name to say.
That was the first name I picked up on immediately when I started watching hockey. I was like, Capo Caco.
My mom heard that name.
Caco?
My mom heard that name and was like, did his parents hate him or something? I'm like, no, he's from Finland. But yeah, I look at Capo Caco. The stat sheet, he's not putting up many points. He did recently have a 2-goal game against the Coyotes. It's against the Coyotes. The Coyotes are doo-doo. And he stepped up that game because the Rangers lost Artemi Panarin early, like in the second period, to a lower body injury. Now, Panarin's, ready to come back. But he stepped up. He filled Panarin's spot in the power play. He got a game-winning goal that game. But yeah, Kakko doesn't have many points. But when I watch him play, he's passing the eye test. He's setting up guys just, only for those guys to get robbed. I mean, and I watch him make plays on the boards. He's phenomenal. He makes these defensive plays. And again, I now see why people compare him to Alexander Barkov, because he's such a sound defensive forward on both ends of the ice. And he's doing what he needs to do. He's still learning. He's like 20, 21 years old. The points are going to come for him, but he's on the right track. And as far as Lafreniere goes, someone did a comparison, let's see, how many goals does I sound like Bill Burr whenever he's like Googling something during his podcast.
You sound just like Bill Burr.
No, I don't have the accent, but
you're not bald either.
Okay. It's like he's played 80 something games. He's only got like 18 goals, but someone shared this stat, whatever total he was at, he had the exact same totals in his first like 80 something games as John Tavares and Steven Stamkos. Those are Zach. I don't think Zach, you don't know those names.
Pretty good company.
That's very, very good company.
Yeah, really.
Yes, very good company. And again, he hasn't played a full NHL season yet, but it's growing pains. Nothing too drastic that makes me question. He's young. He's doing what he needs to do. And I think he does play a physical style game that he's kind of used to because he was like big. When he played with kids his own age, he's got to beef up as he's playing with men. So that's my thing on, Alexi Lafreniere. And to get to Nick's question, finally, where does Chris Kreider finish in the NHL in goals? Let's see. Bring this. I got to see.
He's lighting the lamp. He's having a great year.
He really.
Say it, but Chris Kreider turned a corner.
Yeah.
Something snapped in him in the offseason because he's lighting it up.
Yeah. You know what it is? He's parking his gigantic ass in front of the net, getting deflections, getting rebounds, which is the type of player he is.
He's getting the pigeon goals. Good for him.
Yes, he's got 18 goals so far. He's got 18 goals. Let's see, he's tied for 4th in the league. Leading the league in goals is Leon Draisaitl with 23. I think Kreider probably finished in like maybe the top 10, top 20 with like 35 goals. I think this year, for the first time in his career, he breaks the 30 goal.
Yeah, if you could pop 30 Genos, that's a great season no matter where you finish.
The thing about Kreider is you don't watch the Rangers the way I do, Steve. Well, but obviously. But Chris
I don't watch Rangers at all, so yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Kreider's a very streaky player. He's never got off to this kind of start, which is kind of like what hindered.
It's kind of what hinders him.
Not being able to reach a 30 goal mark. But I think he's got good guys around him. He plays alongside Zibanejad and, again, right wing, they kind of, need to figure out goes again. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I think they need to figure out what they're doing at, brain farting.
They got to figure out what they're doing on the wing.
Yeah, exactly. But, yeah, he's got a great coach around him now because AV really just rode his great goalies in his career. Anyway, speaking of AV,
you want to pass the torch over here? So
remember how happy you were when they signed AV?
Yeah.
Steve?
Yeah.
I warned you. I tried to warn you.
Hey man, when you're right, you're right. I'll tip my hat and give you that one. But I look at it this way: this is the Flyer season in a nutshell. Got off to a slow start. Lose 10 games in a row, fired AV, Mike Yeo's the acting head coach, and then they start to turn it around. Shit's getting back together. They rattle off a few wins in a row, and then we're locked back out again. It's the same fucking story as last season where the Flyers started okay, got off to a hot middle of the season. Number 1 in the league they were last year, and then the COVID lockdown happens. And when they came back, they were never the same. It was a waste of a fucking season.
You had AV and Michel Therrien. That went about as well as I expected it to go.
So here's the funny part, though. Now AV's gone. You know what name is being whispered and who the Flyers should hire as the next head coach?
Oh boy,
Torts.
Oh my God!
I want him. I want Tortorella. I love his jam. That he's honestly Laviolette 2.0 in my mind. I love Lavi.
Yeah, because
he's a fire into the guy's ass.
Exactly. He's like,
we need some Torts in Philly.
Dump and chase kind of guy, physical play. I think he'd fit in perfectly.
I was going to say before when you were talking about Capo Caco and how he's a defensive, offensive player, he's playing some John Tortorella hockey, baby. Two-way hockey. Let's go.
Yeah, except he's got a coach that he wouldn't hate, Gerard Gallant. I don't think the Rangers necessarily go all in this year. I mean, would it be cool to see them maybe get like a Phil Kessel veteran? Maybe, but you know what? Don't go all in on this year. Next year, though. Next year is when they should be competing for a cup. In my
if they can get in the
opinion.
playoffs, it's a successful year. If you can get one playoff series under a lot of these young guys' belts, then the Rangers are in great shape.
Yes, at most they win a playoff the first round, but I don't see them going any further. I'd be happy as fuck if they prove me wrong, go even further. But you know what? Just being realistic, well, which is fine. This is what I expect.
If I can interject real quick, Jack, I remember the end of last season. As not a huge hockey fan, I remembered asking you, it's just like, did you want them to make the playoffs? Like, what were your thoughts on it? And you're like, the fact that you even came close, like, that was good. Like, now you have to. Now you have to.
Absolutely.
You do. And even if you're the 8th seed, you want to make the playoffs.
Step. That's
absolutely. Chris Drury, the GM, said playoffs are not a mandate, but it is the goal.
It's huge.
And I don't think the Rangers. Yeah, the Rangers are not going to win the division. I'm telling you right now, they're not going to win the division. I think that's going to go.
Washington's got that shit locked.
I think me personally, I think Carolina. Yeah. I think Carolina. I'm looking at. Yeah, I think I personally think this Stanley Cup final this year will be the Avalanche versus the Carolina Hurricanes. I'm putting that out there now. I think Toronto will finally win a playoff series, but yeah, the Rangers will not win the Metropolitan. I think they finish either second or third. And I won't be surprised that they're also a wild card team.
Yeah, honestly, if they make the playoffs, it's a successful year. I mean, you can say this about any pro sport where, when you get to the playoffs, it's a different animal. NHL is unlike any other sport in my mind where, like, the regular season, that's fine. But once you turn the page to the playoffs, holy shit, it's a whole different atmosphere.
It really is.
You get in,
let's say completely you lose, different style.
If you get swept out of your only series, you're still getting all that experience for Shesterkin, all the young players on the team. Like, just having that experience is huge for the Rangers going forward. I hope to God it doesn't happen as a Flyers fan, but it probably will, and it will be for their betterment.
Yeah, and Igor Shesterkin right now is third in save percentage with a .937 percentage.
Filthy. That's filthy, dude.
Yeah,
like, that's Vezina level. Damn.
So yeah, Rangers.
How's Carter Hart, by the way? How far down on the chart do you got to go to find his stats?
He's not even popping up.
Like,
but yeah,
wow.
Rangers elite.
Sucks.
No. Playoff team, yes. Next year, they got to become elite. That's the goal. And one team that's a big disappointment, I thought they'd be one of the teams threatening to win the division, is the New York Islanders. They've been, I mean, even when they're healthy, they really haven't found their game.
Well, I think the first post-Tavares year was kind of fluky. The fact that they were able to do so well without their best guy. This is the season I expected to have. Like, not that great.
I mean, Barzell, don't get me wrong, anytime, the Rangers play, I mean, I wish Big Red was here to talk about this, but, like, here's the thing. Whenever the Rangers are playing the Islanders and Barzell has the puck, I'm, like, sitting back in my seat like this.
Clenched
like,
butthole.
Oh, my God. Yeah, probably like when other teams, when Panarin has the puck. But, yeah, I mean, they really haven't found their game, which is surprising because Barry Trotz is a great coach. Yeah, they lost Jordan Eberle in the expansion draft, but it's still basically the same roster. They still got, Anders Lee, Brock Nelson, but right now, you can blame at what point do you gotta be like, okay, we can't be blaming COVID, the COVID anymore. We got to get our shit together because right now they're 8-12-6, whereas, to first place, 21 is Carolina, 21-7-1. Washington 18-6-7, Rangers 19-7-4. But Yeah, I don't think the Islanders are the way things are going. The Islanders aren't going to make the playoffs.
Nope. But I mean, they still got half the season to turn it around.
They do.
What was it? When the Blues won the cup, they were in last place at the halfway mark. So
Play Gloria.
Never too late.
And
Literally,
you remember which team they turned it around against?
The Rangers?
No, the Flyers.
I know the answer. I didn't want you to say it though.
Yeah, it started in Philadelphia bar. All right, guys, we got through. I don't know how long we recorded, but yeah, remember, Steve, send this recording to Google. Yeah, send this recording to Google Drive because I'm assuming I'm gonna have to do a lot less editing with yours. I don't want to have to fucking edit anything, but
yeah,
whatever.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's just good to get back in here with the boys. Shit, we haven't talked sports in way too long.
Absolutely, Steve. I know anyway. Zach, before you say anything, Steve, do you still want to post that hockey video like for what we were going to have? Because you still have the footage of that one game.
If I still have it, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure I still have it on the GoPro. I could just like clip it up and post it there.
Yeah, poor Alex Reckless getting ragdolled at the end. If Alex was the guy who was, alongside, Tommy and, splash and go with Tommy.
You know what? It'll happen. It'll be the thing that eventually TBD, but it'll come. Our little FUNTS roller hockey adventure.
Yeah, I mean, you might have to let our captain Gonzo punch you in the face because of what you did, but
what? I got sick.
not the sickness, more so the flaking. Oh,
yeah,
geez.
that was my bad. But honestly, in my defense, I'm not a huge fan of roller hockey because not only is the rink smaller, but it is 1,000 degrees in that rink. As a goalie, I'm dying by the end of the first period. Ice hockey, it's a different animal. I will play 3 games in a row ice. But roller hockey, God, I feel like I'm losing 10 pounds of sweat every game.
Yeah,
I feel like the ice, you'd probably be like, stand there, just leave me right here. Just
I love ice hockey. Like it's been my passion in the second part of my life. I picked it up in college. I've been playing ever since. I can't do roller, man. Like it's something about me. I just can't. Ice though, let's go. Let's play ice.
All right,
I gotta find some recreation sports to play, man. I mean, that's why I'm inviting people. Allentown, New Jersey. You live in Hightstown. Brick, you live in Hightstown. You are less than 20 minutes away from dodgeball. You are literally.
I can do that.
You are literally less than 20 minutes away from dodgeball. I can do that.
That's right in my wheelhouse.
That's dude. I used to be an outfielder. It has helped me plentiful. Just gunning down motherfuckers on the other side.
Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. I'll come play dodgeball if you start going to like stick and puck time and start picking up some beer league hockey. I'll even come out with you. I don't care.
I'd love to see that. I mean,
I would love to see you two 1v1 with me and Net.
I mean, I personally, it's like I want to play hockey so bad, yet I'm like getting ready for the Fire Academy next month. It's like, I don't want to like risk getting hurt.
That's true. You don't want to get hurt.
I know. You'll probably melt or something because you do like ice hockey. So like you can't do fire and ice. That's like it just doesn't mix, man. Like
I wear the gear. I don't mind how.
Listen, man, I bring the thunder.
Thunder.
Right? Like
You were no. Dodgeball. You gotta.
You ready for the hurricane? Yes, exactly. Like but like the dodgeball. No, Jack, you can go. Anyone can go. We accept everyone. The thing with Michael Gamba, who asked that baseball question, absolute savage. He's number one. He's a warrior. But like the more people that come, the more fun it gets. The more people that come, the more fun it gets. And I am a warrior. Everyone else is a warrior there. Brick, you play baseball. You're a catcher. You should have that cannon ready. You should have that cannon ready.
Guys, is this coming in? Is this coming in good?
Yeah.
Hold on.
What, are you trying to play something?
No, yeah. Is this coming in good?
No.
No. The dodgeball? Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, absolutely. Best movie in the history of cinema, in my opinion. Honestly.
This is like waiting music.
Dude, my favorite part that no one recognizes. In the first like 10 minutes, he walks into the gym and Justin Long is there like struggling with the weights.
Yes.
And he's like, yeah, I'm trying to work out so I can make the cheerleading team.
Wait, you're trying to be a cheerleader to prove you're
And he's
not
like-
a loser?
He's like, you're trying to be a cheerleader to not be a loser? And he's like, yeah, why? He's like, oh, I don't know. High school has changed a lot since I was there.
Jeez, that movie
Like,
is
a man-
legendary.
Like, just, dude, I can quote the whole fucking thing. It's insane. But
Oh,
yo,
man.
I'm so glad. Hey, I'm gonna try and make shot at Zack Daniels a thing. I want to do, honestly, like I'll make it my own thing. Like let's get together. Let's find time where we can just watch a movie. I want to do a sports movie thing. I want to. Yeah.
Oh, we could even include our audience, dude. We'll stream it. Watch a movie with the
Twitch.
boys. Yeah, we'll Twitch.
No,
Well, probably not Twitch
Twitch.
because they'll ban us, but we could figure something out.
Oh, that's right.
No, we can do Twitch. We just won't be as unadulterated.
No, fuck it. We can be as unadulterated as we want. We just can't
Yeah,
show
you know what?
nudity.
Let them catch it. Yeah. No, we'll just stream ourselves being drunk watching it.
Yeah,
with
there
the
you go.
sound. Yeah.
Yeah, they can have the audio of the movie.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, they'll know what's up.
All right. Well, guys, it was great to get back at it.
Yeah, slap a bow on this puppy.
All right.
Listen, yeah.
If you made it this far, thank you very much for listening. We are back. Who knows when we'll record another episode? Hopefully, you won't have to wait this long again. But
Hey,
it's
happy
hard.
holidays.
Yeah, it's hard when we don't get paid for this shit, and we got a lot of other things going on in our lives. But thank you very much for listening. Be sure to follow us on all our social media platforms: on Twitter at FUNTS Podcast, on Instagram too at FUNTS Podcast, and on Facebook at Fat Athletic Nerds Talking Sports. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast. This is JackKnife alongside the Zack Daniels and Brick Walters. Have a wonderful night, everyone.
Let's go.
Merry Christmas, motherfuckers!
Oh, and Die Hard's a Christmas movie.